all over the internet about Peppa Pig character. I'm not really that familiar with it, but you're more familiar with it, right?
I'm a little bit more familiar with it. I mean, kids watching it nowadays, they think it's like a normal cartoon. It's really not. It's something about like, them killing each other, just very sick-minded kind of cartoon characters from actually the ones that we watch, or our kids watch today.
Wait. Okay, because I thought that it was, just a parody of the actual show, but the actual show's like that?
The actual show is like that. They make like an episode like full of like them like hurting themselves, blood, stabbings and things like that.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Oh shit, I thought completely different because I was looking at these things and I thought it was like these animators on YouTube, like maybe like you've seen Happy Tree Friends, right?
Yes.
For those of you that haven't seen Happy Tree Friends before, pretty much it's an adult animation where these characters have these weird like Final Destination style deaths, and it's supposed to be like funny, but I saw it as a kid. It didn't screw me up at all, but I really thought that that's what that was. Like it was just these creators on YouTube doing this type of stuff.
No,
but that's the actual fucking show.
Yes.
Oh shit.
They're making it. Momo's scarier than this shit though.
Well, because we were talking about this a little earlier that now there's a bunch of stuff online that is geared toward kids to like be looking at this type of stuff or doing these harmful things. Like, of course, a couple of years back, or maybe even a year ago, the Momo challenge happened. And with that, like I really didn't know much about it. I just heard a little, like, it would start off with like, oh, do this to yourself, and then...
Well, actually, it started off with kids watching like Peppa the Pig or some kind of like cartoon, and then in between that show, Momo would disrupt it and come in and say certain things to kids like, oh, hurt yourself, or go, hurt one of your family members, and they would do it. And it's kids ranging around from maybe like 1 to 6 or or even older than that.
Jesus, because I know the thing before Momo was something called the Blue Whale Challenge, and it was like a list of tasks. Like I think it was about 100 tasks you had to do. Like it started off small, like go run in the yard with no shoes on, and then it like increased, like okay, go run the street with glass, and then eventually work up to okay, kill yourself, like. And they got rid of that trend, and then of course the Momo thing happened, and then YouTube finally stepped in and took it off its servers. You could still kind of...
There's still some out there today. I mean, YouTube is not going to get everything, of course.
Yeah, they're not going to get everything. I mean, they've restricted it to saying like it's mature content, but I mean, kids with access to their parents' stuff, it's not really hard to look for that type of shit.
And as I was telling you earlier, like when I found out about the whole Momo challenge, Casey always used to watch YouTube all the time on my phone, and automatically I deleted that because she doesn't know really what's going on. She just knows that, oh, she's watching something.
Yeah, and it's really weird because like sometimes like Casey will say certain things and it's like, crap, where is she learning this from? And it's our fault as parents, but it's because I never blame like networks, like we control, like I don't get after Fox for airing Family Guy. I love watching Family Guy. Casey watches it sometimes. I watched South Park as a kid. Like, I remember my mom took me to go see the movie in theaters not knowing what it was about.
My mom didn't like South Park. She hated it. She thought it was stupid.
Well, my mom never knew what it was. And the funny thing is, we're in this movie theater. And, like, she's just like, there's nothing but grown adults here. But she just kind of blew it off. Then the first thing, shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. And immediately she's like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
Yeah, so, like, she was mad at us after that. I remember distinctly that she was so upset with us. Like, what the hell did you just take us to see? And I just thought it was the funniest thing. Like, I forgot about that memory. And each time it shows, I'm like, yeah, I remember she took us to the movie.
I was never into South Park or anything like that. Like, really never was. Because I thought it was just, like, really stupid. Of always calling to killing Kenny and Kenny come back all the damn time.
Yeah, there's a whole story behind that. But going back... Hey everyone, thanks for watching our video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to listen to the rest of the podcast, make sure you follow us on Anchor as well as Spotify. The links are in the description below. Till next time, this is the K&J Podcast.